4:03 a.m. carve that time into your bones. That's when their carefully spun lie unraveled. That's the second their fingers betrayed them, typing your name into the search bar like a confession they couldn't choke down. 4:03 a.m., the hour when masks crack, when truth cuts like a blade. When the person beside them feels like a ghost, and your absence is a weight crushing their ribs. What loaded on their screen wasn't just a shock, it rewired their reality. By 4:30, they were on the phone, voice breaking, hands trembling, spilling truths to their therapist. They swore they'd never admit they didn't just see you. They saw the you they never imagined. The you that rose from their rejection, the you that became their reckoning. Look at that. The algorithms got a cruel streak, dragging your name through their late-night searches like a specter they can't banish. You're the phantom in their browser history, erased like a crime scene. You're the truth they can't unsee. Welcome to the witching hour of their regret. Welcome to the moment they realize you're not a memory. You're a mirror they can't face. You didn't plan this. You didn't evolve to haunt them. You're just living, and that's the sharpest wound. You're the wildfire they tried to douse, now blazing brighter. You're the truth they tried to rewrite, now screaming in their silence. Let's paint this scene in vivid color, make their pulse race when they realize it's about them. Months, maybe years have passed. Time blurs when you're living rent-free in their psyche. They cut you out like a virus, blocked your number, deleted your photos, scrubbed you from their feeds like a mistake they could erase. They told everyone you were the problem, too intense, too chaotic, too much for their small world. They spun a tale where they were the hero, you the storm they escaped. They found someone new, safe, predictable, small enough to make them feel big. They posted their polished happiness, their number-blessed life. But lies rot, and at 4:03 a.m., theirs turn to ash. That hour isn't random. It's when the mind's walls crumble, when the heart's truth claws free. They woke, not fully, just enough to feel the void. The person beside them didn't fill it. Their warmth didn't match your fire. Your name started as a whisper, then a scream they couldn't silence. They fought it, listed your flaws, chanted, "I'm better off." But at 4:03 a.m., the mind demands truth. They grabbed their phone, lying to themselves, just checking the time, but their fingers knew better. Instagram, Twitter, Google, your name lingered in their search history like a ghost. Just curious, they whispered, a lie. They weren't curious. They were desperate, desperate to see you broken, to prove they were right, to leave, to confirm you crumbled without them. They typed your name, each letter a crack in their armor. They hit enter, and the screen lit up with their nightmare. You weren't surviving. You were thriving. Not the fake kind, but the real kind, radiating from someone who found power in pain. Your face was different, sharper, alive, with a fire they never sparked. They scrolled, each image a blow. You in places they said you'd never reach, with people they swore wouldn't want you, achieving what they called impossible. Your words were bold, unapologetic, claiming space without permission. Then, The milestones hit. The job they said you'd never get. The dreams they mocked. The life they swore you couldn't build. Each was a quiet victory, not for them, but for the you they tried to bury. You didn't grow to spite them. You grew because staying small was death. They looked at the person beside them, the safe choice, the easy one, the one who didn't challenge their complacency. The comparison was brutal. They didn't choose better. They chose less. They traded a supernova for a spark. The person stirred, and they felt it. The cost of choosing comfort over courage. Memories flooded in. The times they called you too much, too loud, too everything. The times they tried to shrink your fire, call it a flaw. The gaslighting, making you doubt your worth, your dreams, your reality. They called your passion reckless, your depth overwhelming. They hurt you, then blamed you for the scars. They dimmed you, then wondered why you faded. They remembered your eyes full of hope, ready to build something real, and they saw the moment that light dimmed, like a star they let collapse. By 4:30, they couldn't breathe. The room closed in, chest tight, hands shaking. They dialed their therapist. I looked them up. I think I broke something I can't fix. What spilled out was raw. They're stronger now, like they found something I couldn't give. Their happiness feels like a knife. Why does it hurt when I left? What if I was the poison? This wasn't a breakdown. It was a revelation. They didn't break you. They broke themselves by letting you go. You weren't the problem. You were the possibility they feared. Here's the brutal beauty. You didn't evolve to hurt them. You evolved to save yourself. Every smile was joy you earned, not a jab. Every milestone was resilience, not revenge. You forgot they existed, and that's the deepest cut. You're haunting them by existing. They're spiraling while you soar. They're Googling you at 4:03 a.m. while you dream of your next move. They're confessing to therapists while you build empires. They see you in strangers' confidence, in songs' fire, in moments their new life falls short. You're their ghost, their what if, their unattainable standard. They'll check your profiles through fake accounts, ask friends about you, date people who mimic you but never measure up. Your memory is a virus they can't delete. They knew your potential before you did. That's why they tried to cage it. Your light exposed their shadows. Your ambition revealed their fear. They didn't leave to protect themselves. They left to protect their fragility. Now they're in therapy, unpacking why your growth feels like an attack, why your peace feels like war. They'll try to reach out, a like, a text, a coincidental run in, but you're on a different frequency, untouchable. You're not ignoring them. You don't see them. While they're stuck, you're shaping the future. You wake at 4:03 a.m. sometimes, but not for them. You wake with ideas, fire, gratitude for the pain that forged you. You're their greatest fear, not their enemy, but their irrelevance. Your proof. Rejection can be redirection. Let them Google, let them spiral, let them call therapists to process a truth they can't swallow. You're not their regret, you're their revolution. You're not their loss, you're their lesson. You didn't haunt them on purpose. You healed. But when you rise from ashes, Those who tried to burn you get scorched by your glow. Here's to being the ghost in their search bar, the standard they'll never reach. Here's to being so undeniable your evolution rewrites their reality. While they search for who you were, you're becoming who you're meant to be. And that's the only truth that matters.